Imagine waking up to the sound of bulldozers tearing through your backyard. Your family's sacred creek being hijacked by a smug HOA board claiming it's community property. That's the nightmare Ethan Harper, a quiet single dad in suburban Texas, faced one crisp morning. He stared in disbelief as workers in neon vests bolted pipes right into his private stream, the lifeblood of his modest acreage homestead. Ethan had inherited the property from his late father, a no-nonsense veteran who drilled into him that land wasn't just dirt, it was dignity. The neighborhood, once peaceful, had morphed into a gated hellscape ruled by the HOA, where every blade of grass had to bow to bylaws. Ethan kept to himself, raising his daughter Lily on fresh veggies from their garden and water from the creek that quenched droughts. Rumors swirled about him being antisocial and hoarding resources, but he bit his tongue, watching the board's antics like a hawk spotting mice. Then came the invasion. "This is for the greater good," barked HOA President Rita Klein, a rotund busybody with pearls choking her neck and a clipboard like a scepter. She waddled up, her voice dripping fake concern. "Mr. Harper, water is a shared blessing. Our covenant says so." Ethan crossed his arms. "That covenant's as real as your voluntary fines for unmowed lawns at 6:01 a.m. Rita's smile tightened like overcooked bacon. "We've got signatures from the previous owner. It's filed. Now step aside, or face penalties." He snatched the paper. His dad's name scrawled in chicken scratch that screamed forgery. This ain't his writing. He'd sooner sign away his boots. The escalation hit like a Texas twister. Drones buzzed over Ethan's yard like nosy gnats, snapping pics of violations like a bird feeder 2 inches too high. Online, the HOA's Facebook group exploded. "Selfish rancher starves kids' pools." Ethan got anonymous notes threatening inspections for illegal water hoarding. One night, his fence was snipped clean, and the creek ran low. They were siphoning stealthily. "Routine check," smirked a county inspector, Rita's golf buddy, scribbling nonsense about environmental hazards from cow patties that weren't even there. Ethan seethed but documented everything, his patience a coiled spring. "You call this community?" he muttered to a neighbor peeking over the hedge. "More like a cult with dues." Tensions boiled over when Rita rolled up in her gleaming SUV, board minions in tow. "Comply, or we'll lean your house," she huffed, sweat beading on her furrowed brow. Ethan held up his phone, recording. "Lean this, I pulled records. No easement. Your signature matches your treasurer's doodles." Rita's face flushed purple. "That's slander. We're upholding order." Workers hesitated as Ethan dialed the sheriff. "Trespassing's a crime, even if you vote the badge in." The crew backed off, murmuring about shady orders. Rita sputtered, "You'll regret defying the collective." The courtroom climax was pure poetic justice. Ethan, armed with emails, footage, and a whistleblower contractor who cracked under oath. They ignored the water board's halt order. Said dig anyway. Fines are chump change. Rita squirmed on the stand, her polished facade crumbling. "It was a clerical mix-up," she yelped, but the judge's gavel silenced her. "Fraud, trespass, diversion, guilty on all. Pipeline out, damages paid, charges referred." The room gasped as deputies cuffed Rita, her pearls clinking like broken dreams. HOA members whispered, "We trusted her." As excavators reversed the damage, water flowed free again. Ethan watched, Lily at his side. Neighbors apologized, eyes opened to the tyranny of trifling rules. The land healed, and so did the quiet guardian. But tell me, was Ethan the villain for hoarding his water, or was the HOA the real thief cloaked in civility?